Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lightning Stadium here in Apple Valley. We had a little technical difficulties, so you missed the first series offensively from Minnetonka. My name is Roger Lenahan. I'll be doing the play-by-play tonight. I'm joined in the booth by Peter Amstutz, Everett Amstutz, and Cale Pfeffer. Minnetonka lost the toss. Eastview deferred, so they kicked off. Anemic so far for Minnetonka on offense. Here we go, Eastview. Hands off, right side, very little, maybe a gain of 1. So it'll bring up a second down and about 9 here. Eastview's got good field position after Minnetonka was forced to punt. And Miller on the carry for the Lightning. We'll set that offensive starting lineup and the defensive here when we get a little bit of a break. Right now it's second and call it a long 8. Twins to the left. Shotgun formation. 13 throws right over the middle. Caught. Number 87 from the Lightning. Tate Malik, senior tight end. Sets up a 3rd and 4 at the skipper's 40. Third and about 4 here from the 40. The Lightning inside Minnetonka territory. Not a bad position to be in. You like 3rd and short. They're going to pass. Number 8, the intended receiver, I don't think he got it. But I could be right here, yeah. Behind us is okay, but the wind is going to blow him over. That's my biggest fear. You got a what? Maybe you could. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, folks. Here a little. All right, so gonna bring up a 4th. Apple Valley's gonna. Looks like they're in punt formation, but unusual for a high school team to punt in their opponent's 40-yard line. So I always anticipate a fake here. A little bit of a high snap. Looks like maybe partially blocked. So it's going to go out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So Minnetonka will take over on after the punt. May have been partially blocked at about their 20, call it maybe 21, with a brand new set of downs offensively. So they're going to mark that at the 16. So it'd be 1st and 10 Minnetonka at their own 16. See if they can get that offense rolling a little bit. Give you a chance here. We'll give you a short one on the starters. The wide receiver, number 2, junior Jackson Iverson. Right tackle, number 56, senior Michael Allen. Minnetonka in hurry up, so I'm not able to finish that starting lineup. Their quarterback, Luke Tollefson, number 12, is in shotgun formation. Ben Tokonen next to him. Looks like an option. Caught from behind by number 14, Dylan Fredrickson from the Lightning. So Donaldson keeps. Well, going to credit him with maybe a gain of about 1.5 yards. Bring up a 2nd and about 8. You'll periodically hear the public address announcer. Now Minnetonka trips to the right, which is in the sunny side of the field. It's a natural grass field. Here's Tollefson, hands off to Token around the left edge. Knocked out of bounds, just short of the 25-yard line. So went from right the 19 to maybe the 24, so maybe a gain of about 4. So gonna bring up a what is traditionally an enviable 3rd and 2. Split out left is Braden Fiske here as a wideout. Single setback with the keeper. Luke Tollefson's going to get the first down and more. He's across the 35, call it maybe the 37, and it'll be a first down for Minnetonka. Yeah, anticipate a lot of number 12 this year. the senior quarterback, Luke Tollefson's going to do a lot with his legs this year. Adds an additional threat. Now I have a returning starter halfback, obviously, and Ben Tokinen. Minnetonka in a hurry up here. Tokinen switched to the right of Tollefson. Eastview blitzes right up the middle, and they guessed right, and but did get back to the line of scrimmage and got some positive yards. Really a middle backer blitz there. So Tolkien on wrapped up by Lee from the Lightning. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 receivers set, split wide left. Conan and Hollings. The give to 30. Tolkinen on the carry, very close to the first down. Bring up a 3rd and short. So Ben Tolkinen getting the bulk of the carries from a running back perspective. Just a junior, but although started last year and played a lot. So Minnetonka here on their 2nd offensive possession with 2 short 3rd down plays, which is, what you really need to do when you're a running-based offense, Pete. Trips to the left side, to the left and the near side of the field, or that'd be the wide side. Thanks, Pete. Keeper, he's got the first down. Now he just gets down and gets safe. So crosses midfield, so Minnetonka will have another first down there. We're at the 5:30 mark of the first quarter. The score 0-0. Lightning got the ball back from Minnetonka on a punt in real good field position. Couldn't do anything for it. Now Minnetonka's reeled off a couple of first downs, and they are just inside Lightning territory. Tollefson calling the signals. He's in shotgun formation. There's a little pitch. He finds the seam. That's number 2, Jackson Iverson. Oh, and do I know Jackson? Love the kid. Dynamic little player. 97, Quint Sells checking out, who looks like he's a nose guard, so maybe that was a positional change there. Now Iverson split wide left, 2 receivers wide to the right on the wide side of the oh, shoot, fumble. Well, he is. He's going to get some positive yards out of that, and going to end up with about a 3rd and about 4. But the ball was a little bit of a high snap. Could have been caught by Tollefson, but popped out of his hands a little bit. Now it's going to be 3rd and call it a short 4, a long 4, or a short 5. And great to hear from you. And here's the snap. Tolkien on the carry, fighting for yards, and he's going to go down. He'll be short. Was it a quarterback keeper on the left side? So Tollefson calls his own number there. Minnetonka is going to bring in, again, here's 2 things that are different now. They'd have to punt. They're going to punt. At least they brought in their punting unit. .22. Ishii is the punter. Great all-around athlete, captain. And it's a good snap. The punt is away. He's kicking it to the right. It's not going to be fielded. It's going to take a little bit of a Minnetonka bounce. Going to be fielded inside the 15. It'll call it about the 14 and a half.
Calling a 30-yard punt. Eastview will begin 1st and 10 at their 12.
Well, the public address announcer calls it the 12, so. Are you not going to color, Pete? Or? Get it? Yeah, right. I get it. All right, here we are. 13 Hands off, and boy, big number 42 for Minnetonka. Makes a nice stop. That's Elijah Russ. Max Sherwin, the quarterback duties. Guessing that's the coach's son, maybe? Don't know. The name is, they do have the same last name. So here we are, brings up a second down and call it 7, maybe 8. So Sherwin's in shotgun formation. He's got a single setback. Looks a lot like the Minnetonka office. Now he's going to throw over the middle on a little bubble screen. It's going to be a first down and more. So well diagrammed plan. Number 24, Angelo
Sherwin's pass complete to number 24, Angelo
Palucci. Steiger on the tackle by Minnetonka, number 5. But not before they are able to move the chains. So brand new set of downs for the Lightning. They got 2 receivers to the short side, 2 to the wide side. So they got 4 wide receivers now. Single setback, shotgun pass right up the middle. Finds a little seam there. And fighting for yards. Miller, have not heard Suggs. Number 37, haven't heard of Suggs yet today. So they get 10 out of that little quick opener there. Eastview first down. So the Lightning's got their own couple of first downs here right in a row. Still a 0-0. We're at 2:08 in the first quarter. Sherwin trying to draw him offside. Handoff to number 8 off the left side, and he is absolutely bowled over by 35 and 22 for Minnetonka. Elliot Ishii along with Tollefson. So Sandler Tollefson. We got 2 Tollefsons here. Want to make sure we use their names at least for the right stuff. One's on D, one's on offense. Yep. We're only a minute. This has been a quick quarter because most teams, right. This is the second possession for the Lightning. They have a second down at about the 38, 42, check that. Here we go, fake handoff, rolls out to the right. And he's run out of bounds by number 22, which is Elliot Ishii. We're going to call Elliot's name a lot tonight. Elliot got some great press in the Southwest Chanhassen Villager, I guess. And quite a compliment from Nelson as it relates to one of the best linebackers they've had. So it really is, when you've had a ton of great linebackers over the years in Minnetonka. All right, here it is. He lost yards on that, so it'll be 3rd and about 11. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. Shotgun formation. Sherwin getting forced out of the pocket. Going to throw it over the middle. Got a guy. Oh, yeah, I think it might be an interception. No, they're going to. Well, it probably a good one. So the pass, Ben Conan almost picks that thing up a little bit. And I saw Conan's dad just the other night and said hello to him. But that was probably a good no interception other than you would have immediate possession. Although, actually, now that I think that through, we'd take that right there. Because, likely we're not going to get that kind of field position on a punt. Yep, Conan. Ben Conan back deep from Minnetonka. He's got his feet are at about the 30. The punter is at about the 28. Nice punt. He's going to drive him back. He's not going to try to field that one. Does take an Eastview bounce to about the 11-yard line. It'll be down there by Eastview at the 11. So, he's punting into the wind. He punted with the wind, rather, and we punted with. So Minnetonka will have less than desirable field position. We're at under a minute for the first quarter, and it's still 0-0. We've got a lot of listeners tonight. I know Dan Lenahan's watching from Chanhassen, alumni, former football player. Here we go. Keeper again, right up the middle, big yards. Number 12, Luke Tollefson on the really the same play we saw a lot last year. What do we call that? Give option read or whatever, but where he puts the ball in the belly and then decides whether he keeps it there or draws it back. On that one, he kept it. Nice gain of about 6.5 yards. Bring up a second down and call it 4. We will finish this offensive starting lineup here. I apologize. Minnetonka in a hurry-up offense here. Tollefson this time does hand it off to Tolkinen, and Tolkinen gets a couple. Going to be real close. Yeah, I have some of the defensive staff next to me here, and of course they're going to suggest. Now that'll be the end of the quarter with about 4 seconds left. So at the end of the first, referees take a timeout here, maybe to measure. So they're thinking about it here. We'd rather have the quarter expire and get the wind at our back here, even for one play. So it is a first down, and we won't have to snap this ball, I don't think, because I think it was an official measurement, although I never saw the sticks come out on the field, Peter. Well, if you're just joining us here, we did miss the kickoff because of some technical difficulties, but we're back on live now. You need to subscribe, but if you're listening, you already know that. But we'd love to hear from you. I think there's a mechanism. Share it with all your friends so that they know we have changed production companies. We're now a YouTube production, and that is the end of the quarter. A short timeout on the field. However, we change. Minnetonka will have the ball with a 1st and 10, and it looks like they'll be at about the 21-yard line. We'll give you the rest of that offensive starting lineup now. So we talked about number 2, the wide receiver, junior Jaxter Iverson. The right tackle, number 56, senior Michael Allen. The right guard, number 74, senior Owen Gunderson. The center, number 62, senior Matthew Galgano. The left tackle, number 79, junior Carson May. The left tackle, I may have said guard, I may have said tackle, but I meant to say guard for Carson. The left tackle is number 71, junior Peter Griffey. The tight end, number 6, senior Trent Hollings. The wide receiver, number 23, senior Braden Fiske. The fullback, number 97, junior Quinn Sell. The tailback, number 30, junior Ben Tolkinen. And the quarterback, number 12, senior Luke Tollefson. So we'll go through, we'll get about half of the defensive starting lineup here as we got still a few minutes before the start of the second quarter. The nose guard, number 77, senior Aiden Lowry. The defensive end, number 42, senior Elijah Russ. The other defensive end on defense, number 99, big number 99, senior Carvon Gurley. Outside linebacker, number 24, junior Will Vigerdykes. I probably said that wrong, but here we go. It's start of the second quarter. Tollefson, shotgun, hands off to Tollefson, Ben Tolkinen rather.
The ball carrier was number 30, Ben Tolkinen.
Tolkinen on the carry. Tackle on the play by Lennings, Caden Berg. So it looks like it'll be about a 2nd and 8 yards for the Minnetonka here. And it is a beautiful, beautiful night in Apple Valley, Minnesota. The sun is still not set yet. He gets Iverson in motion. Handoff up the middle. Gain of a couple there. Tollefson on the carry. Again, we expect to see a lot of Tollefson. Okay, 3rd and 5, big play here. Braden Fiske's going to be split out. Tyler Lean's going to be split out. We have a slot. Nobody in the backfield besides the quarterback, and he calls his own number, and they guessed right on that one. Yep, there was one guy got through almost immediately to cause a loss of yards there. Actually, I guess he did get enough to get back to the original line of scrimmage. So clearly a punting situation now. Minnetonka's punter will prefer this particular deal. I think it's a. I'm looking at the flag. The wind's going to be at his back, so. I think Ishii is the kicker. 22. Yep. Ishii's going to be the kicker here. And the Lightning has got their toes at their own 40. A little bit of a high snap. End over end kick, a little to the left. Fair catch called for and caught. Going to be at the, so the Lightning will take over after the punt. They'll take it on their own 38-yard line. Again, neither team has scored yet. Kind of a seesaw back and forth, but no point production whatsoever. I'm going to judge that wind to be 7 to 8 miles an hour, and it'll be in the face of the Lightning here if they're going to pass in the second quarter. All right. Here we go. 3 receivers set for the Lightning to the left. Nobody in the backfield besides the quarterback in shotgun. Low snap, looks to his right away, throws it, and caught. Number 8, coverage on the play by number 9, which is Brock Bacon. Bacon on the coverage there. Looks like he'll be short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. Now, Lightning make a pretty significant change offensively. Looks like they're bringing in a jumbo package, kind of a bigger group of kids. They have a 2nd and 1, and so now they're under center. They're in I formation. They got a big fullback, double tight, and it's the handoff to the second back, and he's going to be, I think he's going to be short. So they run the basically power up the middle. Minnetonka defense says no thank you. So going to be no gain, loss of a little bit, be 3rd and the same down. So 3rd and 1. Now they still get that jumbo bigger package I formation. Their quarterback has not been underneath center until these last 2 downs. Here he is again, same play, different look. And not going to make it. No, sir. No, sir. He's going to be short. So the Minnetonka defense on 3rd and short holds. Number 35 on the tackle for Minnetonka, Sandler Tollefson, brother of Luke Tollefson, and a really nice play there by the defense. And now they're sending in their punting unit on 4th and 1. And I'll tell you what, I can't disagree with that call. Now, you're punting into the wind. And you got shut down twice in a row on the exact same play. So now Conan's got his toes on the 20-yard line, and this one could not. This is not unlikely to it's not likely rather to go over his head with that big wind in his face. Sure enough, it's going to be significantly short. No return. See where they marked that on the out of bounds play. Yeah. Be about the 23-yard line. So Minnetonka will take over after the punt with 8:26 left in the first half now. The score is still 0-0. It'll be 1st and 10 Minnetonka. We will finish that defensive starting lineup. We left off with one of the outside linebackers, number 9, senior Brock Bacon. The inside linebacker, number 35, senior Sandler Tollefson. The other inside linebacker, number 22, senior Elliott Ishii. The strong safety, number 5. Here we go. We're live action, folks. Little handoff to number 2, Jackson Iverson. Good speed, and he able to turn the corner a little bit. Be a short gain. So the ball on the far hash from the Minnetonka bench. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 8. I don't think Minnetonka's attempted a pass. Now we've got trips to the left, to the right. Now we come back in motion. Tokinen backs. It's the handoff to Tokinen. He's going to get caught for a loss on that one. So for Eastview, number 29, Henry Levon makes the stop from his linebacker position. Well, it's always good to have Amy Barth listening. We've had a lot of listeners reach out and let us know they're listening from afar, although I think Amy might be here at the game. So now 3rd and 9, a loss of 1 on Tolkinen's carry. This is a passing situation. So Tokanen's in the backfield. He's the single setback next to Tollefson, the quarterback. He's going to pass. It's a little dumper out to Tokanen. He's got a little room, and he's going to have the first. Oh, there's going to be a hold, I think. So 60. I think they're going to catch. I think they're going to catch number 63 on a hold there. It's, at least he was in the area. Sutton maybe, but we'll see. Yeah. Right. So after the first down and the nice run there on the little. Oh, that's going to be a. But that's a. Won't be. It won't. Yeah, it's a spot foul, so it won't be quite that bad. But.
That's a spot foul, 10-yard penalty, holding.
10-yard penalty, so bring up 3rd and 16. Pretty close, Pete. Well, a little shuttle pass kind of deal to Tolkien, and you know what? I wouldn't be afraid to do the same thing again. Jackson Iverson's got good wheels. He's split wide to the left, one receiver wide to the right. Throws it, a little bit behind. So intended receiver was number 22 on the play, which is Elliott Ishii. No, that can't be right. 23, check that. Fiske, we remember Fiske from last year. Yep. So he's got some experience under his belt. He's a senior now. Incomplete pass, little bald eagle over there. How about that? So two deep men. So Ishii ready to punt here. He's not happy about punting from the 3, I got to tell you that. But at least he does have the wind at his back. Decent snap. Nice punt. Over end, away from everybody. Going to get out of bounds at about the. I'm gonna spot that at the 42. We'll see if the referee agrees with me. A lot of times they walk up. They did, and here it is. So they spotted at the 45. Clearly, my judgment from up here on the top of the booth is better. However, they do get to override me on that. Yeah, and you know what? Here we are at the 6:33 mark in the second quarter. Score still 0-0. Boy, share our link. Here we go. Eastview coming out. 2 twins. Now they got motion to. Now there's a little. Oh boy, and number 7, 42 from Minnetonka, and says Elijah Russ says no thank you, and that'll be a loss of a little bit here for the Eastview Lightning. So 2nd and about 14 for the Lightning. The ball is on about the 41-yard, their own 41-yard line. Lightning come out with 2 wide receivers to the left and a slot, so 3 guys on the left, the wide side. Quarterback looking that way, and he's going to drop it right underneath, and that's going to be incomplete. It was intended for number 7 for that's Cole Peterson. And, he didn't have a lot of time back there. Minnetonka got through a little bit. It was a rushed pass. So at least at the 5:49 mark, I guess we did complete a pass to Iverson. Was it a forward pass? Or no, to Tolkanen, right? So that was. So I guess it's not really a completed pass. So neither team in my mind. No, I guess they had one. So it's a running day here for both the Lightning and the Skippers so far. Well, it's a 3rd and 14. The ball's on the 41-yard line. 3 receivers set to the left. Hands off. Got a big hole there. Going to have a first down and more. Might go all the way. Caught at the 12. Number 3, Conan. Touchdown saver. Don't know how that happened on a play like that. 3rd and 14. But when you find a crease and you get through, you get a lot of yards. Got to the second level quick. Well, that's unfortunate. You got him in a 3rd down and long. Oh, what happened there? So he must have stepped out earlier. So turns out at the 20, he's at the 28. So now 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Single setback. Sherwin, hands off, left side. That's some missed tackles there a little bit. Yeah.
Miller, the ball carrier.
Tackle by number 14 from Minnetonka. God save.
Key block in the secondary. Sticks move again. That's an Eastview Lightning.
Are you sure about 14? Okay, over there. All right. I just didn't see it out there right away. Here we go, folks. 1st and 10. Deepest possession of the game for either team. Touchdown. Eastview runs a little counter there, and he goes in almost untouched. Oh, Miller scores. And at the 5:06 mark, Minnetonka finds themselves down 6-0 before the PAT.
Key blocks on the play.
Well, the swinging gate here on the PAT, never liked that much, but Eastview is a...
Smith is on. Miller to hold.
Yep. Miller's the holder. Connor Smith, the kicker. He's kicking into the wind. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So, at the 5:06 mark, the Lightning jump in front. They draw the first blood and they score. So it is 7 for the Lightning and 0 for Minnetonka. And they're looking to get that ball back. Well, really a strange turn of event. Minnetonka had absolutely stifled them and put them in a 3rd and 14 on that. And then kind of a play that we hadn't seen them run at any level, and it goes off the left. Look, a counter to me. And they got a whole bunch of yards and eventually scored and on the same play, I think. So temperature dropping a little bit. Wind's a little, wind makes it, the wind chill. We don't want to use that word here, but now the sun is set. Although the sun is now shining on the Minnetonka sideline, at least the stands, rather. It's past the sideline, so the lights have turned on here at Eastview Lightning Stadium. Minnetonka finds themselves down 7-0 here in the late second quarter at the 5:06 mark. Yeah, their kicker is going to kick in the wind. A squib kick. That one's going to go out of bounds, baby. There's a penalty, so we'll be taking the ball with decent field position at the 35. It'll be 1st and 10. Well, here we go. Minnetonka on offense. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Number 12, Luke Tollefson, the quarterback. Ben Tokenen, the halfback. 2 receivers. Hand off to Tokenen around the left edge. Finds a nice little hole there. Picks up about 8. Late flags. Now, I'm hoping that's a face mask against them. I don't see it as a hold. We'll see. Of course, I'm wrong about that. So 2 referees threw their flags simultaneously, so they both concur. But we don't see any preliminary indication. But my guess is face mask. Okay, so it's going to be a face mask. As I anticipated, as I called. So big personal foul, a 15-yard face mask. So Minnetonka, through the penalty, moves into Lightning territory. And soon I'm going to be joined by my my color man, Pete Amstutz. Tollefson going to run it himself around the right edge there. Oh, and nice block by Tokinen and a nice little lean forward and dive. The ball will be at about the 30-yard line. And that'll be a first down. So 4:47.
Couple back-to-back first downs for the Skippers there.
Right.
So they're 4:47 to go here, down 7-0, but score here gets you right back in the game.
Well, and you know what? It turns out, even though neither team is passing Pete much, you still want to do things with the wind at your back. You have the option of doing that. Here we go. Tollefson. Fake handoff, little inside give to number 30, Tolkinen. And nicely done there. A gain of about 5, I'm going to guess, from here, Pete.
I really like how Tolkinen just exploded into the hole there, just took on the would-be tackler, got the extra yardage, and yeah, it'll set up looks like a 2nd and 3.
Well, you know, Tolkinen is a smaller frame guy, but not afraid to deliver the blow rather than be hit. So here we go. Same play, different side. He's going to get to the edge. He got to the edge. First down. So Minnetonka, when the going gets tough here, starts to really pick up the offensive game. So 2 first downs back-to-back, Pete.
That was really nice. Actually, could have been Hacker, maybe a touchdown-saving tackle there. I didn't see anybody else on the corner that was going to catch Tolkinen if he got loose there.
Well, Tolkinen is a real strong, fit kid and got a dancing background. So, well, folks, here we go. Two of those first downs that looked like it was Minnetonka made it look easy, and the Eastview staff decides they want to take a timeout. So we'll pause here for a little bit. Well, let me finish that D lineup. I'm going to go backwards now. Our kicker, number 36, senior Pierce Sabilla. The free safety, number 3 for Minnetonka, junior Ben Conan. The right corner is number 88, senior Stratton Joyce. The left corner, number 14, senior Ethan Godsave. The strong safety, number 5, senior Ben Steiger. And then the inside backer, number 22, Elliot Ishii. So that completes our, I'll call it herky-jerky defensive lineup in terms of our starters. Now we're back to the game. There's 3:59 left in the first half. Minnetonka down by 7. First down and 10. Inside their opponent's 20, call it the 18-yard line.
First visit to the red zone, Roger. Let's see what we do.
Really important to capitalize on this one. And a nice fake, and Tollefson keeps off the left side. And nice little pickup by Luke Tollefson, number 12, the senior quarterback.
Correction, the ball carrier 30, Ben.
Comes a 2nd and 4.
So that was
oh, they did call Tolkinen.
No,
I'm not sure if that's right.
So. I think that's wrong, Pete. I think they got faked out on that. I think that was Tollefson keeping. Tollefson, now he does a keep again. Exact same play, different. Gets around the edge. Dives for the touchdown. Going to be short, but very, very close.
Great play there by Tollefson. Made the corner. Got right to the close to the goal line, and they're going to mark him out at the 3. So 1st and goal, Roger.
Yep. Well, and that's exactly what Minnetonka. If your opponent scores when it's been a seesaw, kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? Really a dead heat, right? Not a lot of really big plays. They score. Minnetonka's got to come back now and punch this in. So 1st and goal at the 3. Same formation, but the fullback's up there. Flag on the play. So I think they're going to have a false start. We'll see. Minnetonka, some of those kids don't know that there's a penalty. And here's, yeah. Well, it's going to be a legal formation now. I don't know what that I don't know if they didn't have enough guys in the line of scrimmage. That's what I'm going to guess.
So yeah, that's a tough one there, Raj. It pushes you back. Still first and goal.
Yeah.
And there are 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half, so still
Well,
time to get in the end zone.
Not a time issue, but 5 yards in the red zone is big 5 yards, and it was a well executed play. So now, and token it again, but this time nothing. Checking in for Minnetonka, Jackson Iverson, and number 23, Fiske. Now brings up a second and goal at the 7, so they credit him with a 1-yard gain there. I wouldn't mind to see Tollefson just do a rollout and either keep or throw, 2 receivers set to the row. Bad snap, drops it. I think we're going to lose the ball, Pete. It's going to be going the other way. Mishandled snap, Thinking about doing a lot of different things. The ball gets a little bit away from you, so there's a missed opportunity.
Go all the way back to that first and goal at the 3-yard line, and you have the penalty calling back the touchdown, and then you take a couple backward steps there and turn it over. Tough break. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left, Roger. So big defensive stand needed here.
Well, Minnetonka's, if we can get the opponent to go 3 and out, no problem. We get the ball back, and they're punting into the wind still. So if in fact you can do that. Now they ran this. I would surprised to see this if they don't do this kind of a misdirection counter thing here.
So ticking down here, 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Eastview running counter, and they did score on those counters, I think. They got a big chunk of yards, but that one not actually a loss of yards. I'm going to be short. The biggest issue now is Minnetonka probably going to take a timeout. Yeah, they do. So Minnetonka takes a timeout. We're at the 1:45 mark of the first half, and I cannot. So, going to bring up a second and a third and about 5, maybe 6, right? So you're gambling here that you can stop them on 3rd down, get the ball back, and do what you did on the last drive.
Yeah, beautiful night here, Roger. A little windy, but what a way to start out the high school football season.
Well,
it's great to be back here.
It is great to be back, and we're hoping that all our viewers from last year recognize that we're on YouTube now.
Nice job with him and his grounds crew for maintaining the stadium. Fantastic job.
So, Pete, you got to turn your mic up because I think people are having trouble hearing Peter, our color man, Peter Amstutz. So,
well, Roger, give this a shot. No, a little too loud now.
Turn
Is
it
it
up
better?
as loud as you
That's
can,
good.
Pete.
So how's that look? Good?
So that. Okay, so here we go. He's going to throw with this one. Oh, almost picked off there. Deflection, but it does 2 things. A, it stops the clock on the incompleted pass. B, it brings up 4th down and an opportunity for Minnetonka to get the ball back and see if they can't duplicate what they already did. So you have a touchdown called back, really tough.
Yeah, it looks like the punting unit will come out now for the Lightning. And deep back for Minnetonka, again, number 3.
Number 3, Ben Conan back deep from Minnetonka. He's at the 50-yard line. He's at the what would be the right hash.
Tell him to expect, move it. Yeah, he's going to go. Move him over towards you a little bit toward the middle. They got timeout.
So Eastview decides to think about that a little bit. Now, my position always is the first guy with the trick play usually is able to pull it off. Now, this would not be a smart time for a fake punt, and yet I've seen it once or twice done. But maybe they just saw a defense that they didn't like. Peter, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a strategic timeout there. No harm. The clock was already stopped for Eastview, so get your putting situation figured out, and we'll see if Minnetonka can get anything going here on this punt return.
Well, we have conflicting reports. Some say Peter is louder than me, and others say they couldn't hear him. But now Peter did just turn up his mic. So 1:41 left in the first half. Minnetonka down by 7. Eastview about to punt. Back deep for Minnetonka, number 3, Ben Conan. He's a junior. Also a cornerback. And I would think they would try to punt away from him and get a roll. A little bit of a high snap. Good pressure. Fair catch at about the 47. So Minnetonka will take over after the punt. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll be just short of midfield at their own 47-yard line and see if they can't do the 2-minute drill. They have 2 timeouts left. Eastview used 2 timeouts in this last series, one to think about something on the punt, and they used another one when we ran off 2 really nice plays in a row and wanted to rethink that a little bit. So here we go, first and 10. Tolkien in near side now. Single, no setbacks. Now he brings Tolkien into the backfield. Tollefson hands off. No, he throws it right over the middle. Caught. First down. Right at the stripe. Complete to number 19 from Minnetonka, Tyler Lean. So I don't see how that's the case. Looked like he clearly had first down yardage to me. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Now the clock's running again. Unfortunately, they would have stopped the clock with the first down. Reverse. Throw pass. Tollefson he's out of bounds at the 30. First down. 1 minute left in the first half. And a little trickery. We've seen that play before. In fact, we've done some really special things with that play, Peter.
Yeah. Kale, our videographer, called that the Philly special. A couple tosses back, and then the quarterback ends up catching the ball.
Right.
So nice play there by the Skippers, and we're down under a minute to go.
All right, 1st and 10. Split left is Finsky. There's a slot. Iverson back in motion. Little dump pass to Iverson. He's got a little room there. He gets through. He's down to the 10. Inside the 10. First down, no flags. 50 seconds left in the first half. Minnetonka still has 2 timeouts left. Nice play to Jackson Iverson.
Beautiful little catch there on a high lofted pass.
On a dead run too. So now we got a timeout again. Minnetonka takes one of their 2 remaining timeouts with 50 seconds left. The ball, it's 1st and 10. I guess that's 1st and goal. Pete?
1st and goal. I want to make sure everyone recognizes who the crew is here tonight. Of course, that's Roger Lenahan. I'm Peter Amstutz. And then we've got my son, Everett Amstutz, running the production. And Cale Pfeffer is on the video tonight. So thanks to all these guys for helping bring this production tonight.
Well, Pete, the whole production doesn't come off without a lot of work on your part. You've done a great job. We, as everybody knows, we switched our platform this year, and so we need as many subscribers as we can. And if you've ever thought about advertising on the production, just email me at rogerlenahan@gmail.com, and we'd love to run your ads. On our previous platform, we had an awful lot of ads. We usually get a lot of viewers. It may take a little time this year to have everybody recognize that we're not on the previous deal. Here we go. 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 10. Long snap count. He's going to throw it. Little dump pass. Deflected at the last minute. Oh, there should be a personal foul on that. Way he threw that ball down. Hahn on the breakup there. Was it intended for Iverson? Or was it Tolkinen? So going to be second and goal. The incompletion does stop the clock. Minnetonka's down to one timeout.
I think a little frustration there for the Eastview Hahn player who thought he may have gotten an interception almost, but
Yeah.
ended up throwing the ball down. Here we go,
Right.
2nd and 10.
Fiske split wide right. Iverson in motion. Touchdown, Minnetonka. Touchdown, yes. Nice play. Had a couple receivers that were kind of looking like he might throw the ball, but in fact, he keeps that thing. Luke Tollefson on his first touchdown of many this year, I'm guessing.
Very nice individual effort there from Towson. You can tell he's in the write-up we saw talk about a lot of great athletes. He's a great athlete.
Well,
Here
he
comes
is.
Zabilla is on to try the point after.
So we got the wind at your back. Need a good snap, and it is a good snap. Zabilla's kick is up, and it is good. So with 38.8 seconds left in the first half, this is all knotted up at 7 for the Lightning and 7 for Minnetonka. Well, I tell you what, really great testimony. You have a touchdown called back. You lose the ball on a fumble, right? And then you get the ball after a 3 and out. You stop them, and then you get some nice offensive series in a 2-minute drill, and you score. So you're going into halftime with an emotional high.
Yeah, exactly, Roger. I mean, a lot of disappointment after getting all the way down to the doorstep before, able to convert here with just 38 seconds to go. So you feel good that just be safe here on the kickoff and get into halftime tied at 7 and make your adjustments.
Right, and now I'm guessing that I'm just going to guess that they'll squib this thing as opposed to kick it deep and hope to prevent some kind of a longer return. So Sabilla set to kick off. He's going to kick from his own 40. 4 guys on the front line, 1 guy maybe 5 yards deep. So they're anticipating a squib kick here, Pete. And they have I don't know, it looks like they have their hands, kids on the front. I don't know. No, he does kick it off, kind of a kick to about the 5. He gets rode out of bounds by number 16, I think, Pete, right? Adam Davis there on a nice little stop. You have 16, didn't you? Okay. Well, I'm going to go with 16 because I'm the play-by-play guy. Let's see what the PA guy says. Oh, that's terrible. 32.5 seconds left. Each team with 1 timeout left. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece. Unseasonably cool for late August. Kale needs a jacket here, our cameraman. Here we go. 1st and 10, looking to draw him off. Get a cheap 5, handoff off the left side. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that little counter has done some damage periodically, like on 3 different plays. So
looks like they might be content to
Yeah.
let the clock run out here, Raj. What do you
You're
think?
absolutely right, Pete. I think with 13 and counting and Eastview in no particular hurry, Max Sherwin here, the quarterback, went to the sideline. Frankly, they're done here. This is going to be the end of the first half. So, at the end of the first half, the score here in Apple Valley, Minnesota, the Eastview Lightning 7, Minnetonka Skippers 7. Folks, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the start of the second half in about 10-15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We got a tight one here. It's tied 7-7.
Performance 16. Please welcome to the field the Eastview Marching Band. Our 2019 program is entitled Tales of Goddesses. All the cunning and craft to evade in tricky situations. The problem is he has all the pride to get himself into 1-2. Whether it's enraging of Cyclops, being allured by sirens and sorceress, or any of those other close calls and narrow escapes described in Homer's Odyssey. Zeus and his sailors are spurred by fate, Simali, and not return. Will the Grecians finally make it home to the royal pillow? Let's find out as the Eastview Marching Band presents Tales of Goddesses. As mentioned before, this is the Eastview Marching Band as they present Tales of Odysseus. Odysseus! Drum majors, Henry Reefer, Allison Hitchcock, and Thor Ryman. Is your band ready? You may now enter the field for your 2019 performance debut. Eastview Marching Band Festival start time for a show is 5 p.m. On September 14th, the band will perform at Rosemont High School. On the 21st, will travel to the Second Marching Band Concert. On Saturday, September 28th, the Marching Band will travel to the University of Ireland, the Fans of America Regional The season wraps up at US Bank Stadium on Saturday, with a youth and music marching band championship. We wish the marching band the very best on their season. Eastview High School Marching Band wishes to thank our school administration, staff, and parents for their generous support and appreciation of musical music. More information about exciting events and opportunities. Eastview edition of Tales of Odysseus. Time to give shout out to our other sponsors, Metro Point Laundry, Baltimore Sports, Snyder Orthodontics, Dakota Electric, Apple Valley Medical Center, Cedar Bay College, Advantage Structural Federal Commercial Cleaning Service, Life Wellness Center, Image 360, Apple Valley Eye Care, Hero Construction, Over, DQ, AV Collisions, Apple Valley Designs, Experiments, State Farm, Superior Service Center, Ritz Boys Pizza, Lions Renewing Bathroom, Nothing But Escapes, Dix Valley, Capilano, Cameo Denver, Rosemont, Forest of Friends. Next week is Tackle Cancer Week at Eastview High School, Thursday, September 5th. Eastview and Apple Valley football programs will be joining together in a dodgeball tournament. Band, cheerleaders, dance teams will also be here. This event begins at 7 p.m. Admission is free. And then off hours. Don't miss this event right here in Eastview High School. Next Friday, September 6th, Eastview Lightning will take on Burnsville in their annual Tackle Cancer Game. It's going to be a fantastic game. We'll join TCO with tailgate party outside Lightning Stadium 90 minutes before kickoff. Let's welcome back your Eastview Lightning. Victory version of Ron Fun Drive and a chance to win this game from students. Donations to Tackle Cancer will be accepted here to Matt Lee.
Well, we're back here, folks. There's about 2:45 left before the kickoff here in the start of the second half. Minnetonka on the field, stretching out a little bit here. Kind of a tale of two cities, really, for the game. Both teams rather anemically offensively the first half. And then Eastview finds the spurt of life and scores kind of quick. Really, the play of the game for them has been, there was a 3rd and 14. They ran a counter left and got 30 or 40 yards and got into the red zone. And then I think they ran the exact same play, and I overhear the coaches to my left, and I think that offensively they're running counter most of the time. So Minnetonka clearly at half would have to defensively talk a little bit about, okay, how do we recognize counter? How do we stop counter? What do we do on that? Offensively for Minnetonka, a tad frustrating probably from a coaching perspective, because if you have a touchdown call back because of and it's reminiscent of a few years ago where we've had some goal line penalties that really hurt us as it relates to, you're at the 1 or the 3, you have an illegal formation. And clearly what that typically means is that there was not enough guys in the line of scrimmage because it wasn't a false start, it wasn't motion, it was an illegal formation. Well, you got to kind of know that before you line up. And usually the player that is the widest player. He should look at the ref and go, hey, am I on? No, you're off. Okay, that's fine. I want to be off to make my count, whatever. But nonetheless, the bright side of that conversation, of course, is that they are resilient enough. They take them on a 3 and out. They get the ball back in pretty good field position. And Tollefson does his magic, really, along with the rest of the offensive line. So, Luke, we don't have any stats, I don't think. But I would tell you this, Peter, and jump in here in a second, but clearly leading carrier is probably Luke Tollefson, or very close to being the leading ground gainer. Not a lot of passing, which is what we anticipated. So your thoughts, Peter?
Yeah, I agree. I think Tollefson probably has called his own number, has run that quarterback option or triple threat, whatever you want to call it, a number of times. I know Tolkinen has run hard and has gotten a handful of hard first downs as well. So they've been the key weapons on offense. I echo what you said about the resiliency of coming back and getting that touchdown. I think the ironic thing is that I believe was the first flag on Minnetonka was in that situation. So they waited until probably the worst time to commit a penalty.
Well, and they had a plush. That was a
Eastview. Players not on the field prior to the 0 and then a mandatory warm-up. 15-yard penalty, the ball will be kicked.
Well, here's one, Pete, that we haven't seen ever. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Eastview for not being on the field when the clock's at the 0 point for the kickoff. So, their decision to defer right now is completely negated by a 15-yard personal penalty, because this will invariably be a kick that'll go into the end zone, and there goes the field position, so they'll probably start from the 20. And, clearly they're not making a statement, just kind of a mental mistake. You just don't get back out here on the right time. So don't get it, and haven't seen that.
Yeah, first game of the year, I guess. Maybe blame it a little on that. Zabilla's going to get to kick off from the 45-yard line, so obviously if he wants to, he can put it right through the end zone here, Raj.
Well, and the wind, ironically, the wind now doesn't look like the same factor that it was in the first half, Peter. That flag is laying limp there, but this nonetheless should be a no return kind of a kick. Here we go, folks. Start of the second quarter of the opening game for your Minnetonka Skippers. And there's the kick, and it is out of the end zone. So it is high school football, and things go wrong on both sides of the ball. And so Eastview, who won the toss, deferred, now has the right to be on offense, but they're in pretty normal, if you will, field position.
Yeah, they'll take right over at the 20-yard line, Roger, and I suspect it'll be the same suspects for Eastview. 13, their quarterback, I believe we think it might be the coach's son.
Well, he bears the same last name. So here we go, folks. Now we see a little bit of a change here. Our big man on the end is moved to nose from DN, number 77. And they got a little bubble out there, and he can't hold on. Well, and, you know, some really great individual stories here from Minnetonka. And if you read that piece that you forwarded me, Peter, number 77 is, yeah, he is that transfer that they spoke about, Aiden Lowry, right? 350 pounds, 6'6", and we haven't seen him on the offensive line yet. Two receivers to the left. Here it is, little bubble pass, flushed out of the pocket, and just as I talked about him, big number 77 on the stop there, Aiden Lowry. So, you know what? How fun for him. He's a SMB transfer, which is the combo school, right? I think so. And I did see him on the sideline. And, you know, from up here, you know, okay, he looks bigger than some. 6'6", 350. Interesting that they put him at nose from the end. Here we go, second down. Loss of about 4 on the sack. Going to look and throw. Got a guy in space. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Plus one more, maybe. But a pretty good defended play by Minnetonka's defense there. Miller on the completion. I didn't catch who made the stop. Tollefson, Sander Tollefson, number 35 on the stop there. Brings up a punting situation right away for Eastview Lightning. 4th and about 8. Again, it's windy. We're on top of the booth. So we're on the home side booth. We're on the top. So we're elevated about 40 feet from the players' field. There's wind up here, but the flag's not. So almost blocked. Well, they're going to say that his knee went down, but a little dangerous pickup there by Ben Conan there.
Yeah, just 26 yards on that punt, so it'll be good field position for the Skippers here. It's their first possession of the second half, 10:55 to go here in the third quarter, Roger, and here comes the Tonka offense.
Well, and you can't be anything but elated about getting the ball on your own 48-yard line to start a drive, Peter.
Absolutely agree. That's great field position. It will be Tollefson, this Luke Tollefson, taking the shotgun snap here, Raj.
Moves a little motion. Tollefson calls his own number. He got stopped, and then he got about 9. Oh, he's going to have a first down. So Tollefson had some pressure early on and then was able to evade the pressure and scamper, if you will, for a first down. So first down for Minnetonka here, really an important momentum-building drive. If somehow Minnetonka could find a way to score on their first drive with after the punt from the Lightning. Handoff is to Tolkinen off the left side. He's got a little room there. He stiff arms the guy and gets a first down. So Ben Tolkinen, number 30, just the junior, got a lot of time last year as a sophomore. Very nice run by Ben Tolkinen. So Minnetonka got a nice drive in progress here.
Yeah, a couple first downs right out the gate, Roger, on running plays. That's been what they've been having success with. So I suspect they'll keep with that.
I would not disagree at all, Peter. So fullback moves around back and forth. Oh, Elfson not going to. Oh man. Well, he got away from one guy. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Probably get a net yard gain, 1 yard gain.
Tough run there to only get a yard, but yeah, he shook one man, fell forward, and I think they're going to call it a no gain. But 2nd and 10 for the Skippers now. We're down to under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, Roger.
Well, both teams, although Eastview has done some swing passes, and Minnetonka has done a swing pass to Tolkien as well, which was a big gainer. But predominantly a running attack by both offenses. Here's another run by Tolkien, right up the guts. Going to be very close to a first down, probably a little short. So about 3rd and 1.
So that's set up a 3rd and short, Roger. Nothing that the Skippers won't happily accept here.
Absolutely, Peter. 3rd and 1 is the, ideal 3rd down situation for any coach calling a play. Got a lot of options here. And the only thing you worry about is because now they're going, hey, this Tolkien kid's running the ball all the time. Is he going to do it again? They got 2 threats. No, he's going to run it again. He's going to have, he's going to have the first down. He's across the 20, so first down by a yard.
Back in the red zone, Roger, right where they left off at the end of the first half, and actually going right towards that same end zone.
Right. So 8:59 left in the third quarter. Minnetonka on a nice sustained clock-eating-up drive after the Eastview punt. And 1st and 10 here. Tolkien on the carry on the right side. This time he slips a little bit. And going to get maybe 1.5. No, maybe 1, huh?
Yeah, with all these great rushes, I know you like to give shout-outs to the offensive line. I think that they've been doing a really nice job.
Well, they have.
We don't call their names very often, but they're getting it done.
Well, the inside guys, the right tackle, which is Allen, the right guard, which is Gunderson, the center, Galgano, and slid at the last second. Our player was already in the air. That's a freebie. Well, had him. Tollefson had him with the big bump, but he had to wrap him. Well, folks, if you're just rejoining the broadcast, we had a little technical difficulty, but we should be back on now. So a missed a personal foul called targeting. Their quarterback was going to get dropped for short gain. Here we go. Run around the left side. There's a nice finish. Number 35 says, I'll make that mistake once and not again. So Sandler Tollefson on the nice stop there with enthusiasm. Be a risky play. They're going to send in their punting unit. So the defense gives up one cheap one really on a personal foul that would be controversial at some level, but well, we talk about a trick play. Wouldn't be the worst field position. Bad snap, a little low. Gets it off, spiral to the right, winding away, going to go out of bounds at about the 28, or no, call that 18 maybe. Yeah.
Roughly the 18-yard line. That's where the Skippers begin, 1st and 10.
So it'll be 1st and 10, 4:20 left in the third quarter. A pretty quick quarter. Minnetonka on top 14-7. Their offense comes back out, and if they can duplicate the drive they had last time, they'll take the entire 4 minutes off the clock and can really make some headway and putting this in a W. 2 wide receivers set to the right. Tolkien in the backfield along with the quarterback Tollefson. Handoff to keeper on this one around the left edge. A little bit of a horse tackle there and kind of a high tackle. Swings him out of bounds, but not after a gain of, looks like about 3. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7. We're at 4:14 left in the third quarter here. Minnetonka on top, 14-7. Fiske, one of the splits. He's going to throw right over the middle. Got a man. What a nice play. What a nice catch. Number 6 on the reception, Trent Hollings. Figures that out. He brings in number 44 to replace him. So 21 goes out. Number 44, Connor Maxell, goes in for him. So 2nd and about 4. Minnetonka just short of half at midfield here. Motion, inside handoff to Tokinen. He bides his time. Oh, boy. Nice. Takes a player with him right over the top there. So Tokinen exerting some dominance there on that run. And it is another Minnetonka first down.
3 minutes and 29 seconds left in this third quarter. Again, you're right. It's getting cooler. I think the wind has died down from the first half.
Well, I've been looking at that flag, and it's now pretty much laying down. But in the first half, really windy. So here we go again. First down. Minnetonka inside Lightning territory. Iverson's got a chance to get around the corner. Not quite getting there. But number 2, Jackson Iverson, a junior. I saw Jackson play a ton as a youth. He coached primarily in his youth career by DJ Wilkerson, and he did some things as a youth player that I thought I'd never seen before. So hopefully he can duplicate that here now on varsity. 2nd and call it about 2.5, 3. Tollefson's calling his own number the whole time. And number 16, that's the second stop for Adam Davis. So nice stop there. Got a little bit more than he probably could or should have, but all right, so the Lightning need to get something going here at the very, probably the last play of the third quarter. They have 2 wide receivers split to the left of the wide side, 1 to the right. They're going to throw that way. Little bubble screen. Ooh. Well, a nice hit. He got out to about the 30-yard line.
Well, we got video back, Roger.
What happened?
We'll discuss it at the post-production meeting, Raj.
All right, here we go, folks. Well, we've made a couple technical, really high-level disconnection, and but we are at the start of the fourth quarter. So Minnetonka up by 10 here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Really would have been nice to get that touchdown, but at least, you know, you need to have a good field goal kicker, and so far Zabilla has looked fairly dependable with plenty enough leg to get through there. So on the PATs, which there's been 2, and then a field goal, so done a nice job, looks good, good snap. All that stuff's important.
Yeah, so again, apologize for the technical difficulties. We are back now, and so what you missed, possibly either video or audio, was a Pierce Zabilla 21-yard field goal to make it 17-14. It was
17-7.
17-7, apologies. And here we go, Eastview with the ball now. Start
Okay,
the fourth quarter.
1st and 10. Eastview's got the ball at their 30-yard line. We're at the first play of the fourth quarter. Long snap count, trying to draw Minnetonka. Sends a man in motion to the right. Oh, he dropped the ball. Well, a number of skippers missed him, but the guy that eventually gets credit for that tackle is Ben Conan. So he dropped, the quarterback quarterback Max Sherwin dropped the ball and picked it up and, made the best out of something that wasn't looking like a perfect play. So give him credit to get back and get a couple out of that play. So bring up 3rd and about 8, 2 wide receivers to each side of the field, quarterback and shotgun, single setback who split pretty far to the right. Minnetonka Gurley comes through, bubble screen, and he's taken out at the 25-yard line. It'll be about 2.5 yards short of the first down. So it'll be about 4th and 2. Be really surprised. That'd be 4th down, right? And but I don't see the punting unit coming out, so maybe here they come. So a little bit of delayed call. I don't see a 25-second clock here. Wouldn't it be nice to have a 25-second clock?
We miss those, Roger.
Yeah, we do. So punt formation for the Lightning. They're the line of scrimmage 35. Their punter's sitting at about the 22. Conan's back deep for Minnetonka. It's a high, big hang time, fair catch called for. And Conan does a nice job, brings it down at about the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Minnetonka. Defense does a nice job of holding there. And Minnetonka will get to start another offensive possession here with 10:23 left in the 4th quarter. The score, Minnetonka 17, Eastview 7.
Big drive here, I'd say, Roger. Want to try to get one more score. At least use some time here in the 4th quarter.
Well, completely agreed, Pete. You feel like you kind of got cheated out of that touchdown on the last drive. And again, I'm not taking a shot at the officials. They're a lot closer to it than it. But I did look at the replay. It looked like he scored. But nonetheless, Tollefson and Tokinen in the backfield here. Little motion. 2 receivers set to the right. Hands off to Token. Nope, he's going to fakes it. Now he's rolling. Throw. Oh. Well, that's a kind of a rare miss for Hollings. Could have had that one. May have got some yards on that a little bit. I do like the, mixing up the plays a little bit, right? Because I thought it was a run.
Yeah, absolutely. Always got to put a few passes in there. That was a good, well-designed play. Just couldn't make the connection there. Sets up a 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10, Ben Tokenen, the single setback at the halfback spot. Luke Tollefson, the quarterback. In shotgun formation. Good snap, hands off to Tokenen. Nope, keeps it himself, goes up the middle. Gain of about 1. So, I'm not sure why. For a minute there, the clock hesitated, I thought. But so
yeah, we do go under the 10-minute mark here, Roger. And, yeah, 3rd and long. We'll see what the skippers have in mind here.
And now we get a little bit of a breeze up top here. And if there is a wind, it would be in the skipper's face. Hollings coming back to the right side. Now 97 comes back in, or moves inside. He's going to throw almost. So a little bit high, intended for Ben Tokenen. So that'll bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, unfortunate there. A couple of passes. I mean, that last one was a little high. Tolkien couldn't grab it. The one on 1st down, you would have thought probably could have got some yardage. So it puts us in a tough spot. Is it Ishii back to punt, Roger?
22. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Eastview with twin safeties back here to try to field this punt.
Well, and a lot of hang time, but not very long. Fair catch. And Miller catches it for the Lightning, but they'll have terrific field position here at about the 47-yard line. 9:23 left in the 4th quarter, and Minnetonka up 17-7. And that was a tough offensive series because they went basically 3 and out.
Absolutely, and we'll see if the defense can stand tall one more time here in what is pretty good field position for the Lightning just on their side of midfield.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be a 1st down on a little pass to the right side, and host of skippers with good coverage, but they still complete it. They move the chains.
Pretty well thrown ball there by Sherwin,
Mm-hmm.
and able to weave it in there, get picked up about 12 yards, and now they're at the 39-yard line with 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the game.
A lot of time left here for Eastview to mount a comeback here, but Minnetonka's got to stop them. Sherwin passes off to the left. Got a receiver. Number 24 immediately dropped on the good coverage there. Immediately dropped after the catch by Godsave. So Godsave on a stop, but it'll bring up a second and about 8.
Yeah.
So now, go ahead, Peter.
I was just going to say, it looks like I'm looking at the linemen there. They've been on the field quite a bit. You know, a couple big guys, a couple 300-pounders there. We'll see if they can stay fresh enough to stop them here on this drive.
Well, and now it's all of a sudden quite a bit more passing for the Lightning. So we haven't had to defend that up till this point. And here's a run around the right edge. And he gets stood up really quickly and hit hard by Elliot Ishii, and then hard again as well by Sandler Tollefson. So Ishii and Tollefson, inside tag team there, and really he loses a yard, I think, right? Because wasn't it 2nd and 8?
Yeah, they pushed him back about a yard. Sets up a 3rd and 3. We're under 8 minutes to go here now at Eastview High School. The Skippers leading 17-7.
Good thing there was 2 guys there. Bacon on a stop because he did elude the first defender with a little spin move.
Yeah, sets up, what do we have, our third and 6?
3rd and 6, yep.
At the 16 we're under 7 minutes to go now. 6:49 on the big clock here at Eastview.
I don't know if they've been coached or not, but they are getting out of bounds quite a bit too. Okay, so it looks like we make a change at nose guard. Take out the big man. Well, inside the 10. Should be a first down, Peter.
Yeah, nice
And
drive
out of
here.
bounds.
Miller's been carrying the load. He got the edge there and does set up a 1st and goal for Eastview just inside the 10-yard line. 6 minutes 43 seconds to go here, and the Skipper's up by 10.
Well, they've been able to get out of bounds on the 3 consecutive plays, I think, and stop the clock. And I think they're recognizing that the clock is our enemy a little bit, and we need to score here, and then we'll be down 3.
Right. So a big defensive stand right here for the Skippers. They need to see if they can stand tall, keep them out of the end zone.
Yep. Right up the middle, handoff. Oh, boy. I want to catch that number because he laid a big, big hit. I can't see who was it.
Please stand up with a key block up the middle. Ball spotted near the 5.
So, what, gain of 1?
I think they picked up a couple yards there.
Okay.
They're spotting him at the 5-yard line now, so 2nd and 5. 6 minutes, 17 seconds to go, and Minnetonka still leading 17-7 here at Eastview.
Lowry must have needed a blow or got out, came back in now, so. Looks like we're blitzing. Don't even think about it. Oh! Same guy late. That was Jersey.
There's a penalty marker down.
Well, that side judge has certainly been of issue. And
Foul. Horse collar tackle on the defense. Half the distance to the first out.
well, and you know, the rules changed on horse collar, but I don't know. That's tough. So it's a horse collar, automatic first down, half the distance. It'll be 1st and goal at probably the 3.
Second down. It is not an automatic first down. Second down.
Okay, so he revises that. I don't even know how.
So, yeah, some confusion there on whether or not that horse collar comes with an automatic first down.
Right.
If it doesn't, then I would agree with coaches up here. It should be a 3rd down.
First down.
Now they are correcting it again, saying automatic first down.
Yeah. So the this side judge has been a real tough guy to. Anyway, sweep, little pitch, touchdown.
Pitch
So Miller gets in. He makes it 17-13, and so big extra point here, Roger, coming up, pending for. I presume they'll try to kick it to make it a 3-point game.
I would think so. I think there's no value in a 2-point conversion here. Obviously, if they were to get the ball back, a field goal would tie the game. Minnetonka with 5 minutes left has got to have a sustained drive.
And just like last time, they're going to set up this swinging gate, the Lightning are, so they're going to have a one-man back behind the center. Everybody else over on the left side will see what they run. Looks like they will just set up to kick.
I've seen some fakes from that swinging gate. Edina used to do that a long time ago. Good snap. Ooh, this was not a great-looking kick, but it does go through. So, kind of a brand-new ball game. 5:49, 17-14, 3-point spread for Minnetonka here.
Well, I had a feeling we'd be in for a battle tonight, and it has manifested itself. A 3-point lead with 5:49 to go. So Minnetonka will get possession here. They'll be driving against what is hardly any wind now. And so it's just going to come down to the offense, get a few first downs, and see if we can put this thing away.
Right. And, you think about your opponent mindset on this kick. Wouldn't be the worst time for a pooch that goes maybe 15 yards and maybe someone's not tracking it. So be interesting to see how the kick receiving team sets up for that. Probably about 3 lines of guys that are only 7 to 10 feet yards apart.
Yeah, that will be interesting, Raj. I agree that pretty much anything's on the table now. You're down by Eastview's down by 3. They're kicking off. There's still enough time that if they do kick it deep, they could make the stop.
Right. You don't have to go into absolute panic kind of exotic mode yet, but nonetheless, well, they needed those points, and they got them. And, it was aided by a pretty tough call. So here's our game set. We're at 5:49 left in the game. Minnetonka's hanging on to a 3-point lead right now. The Lightning are set to kick off. And this one is a normal kick. Carried forward to 20. And he carries it out nicely to about at least the 35-yard line.
Turned out to the 35-yard line.
And getting up a little slow.
Officials timeout for injury.
14. So that was God save. Got a little maybe right ankle deal. So I think that was God save on the return, wasn't it? Yeah. So here's the here's where you kind of see what you got in the tank left. It's brand new set of downs. You got good field position. You're on the 35-yard line. Hand off the token and off the left side. Scampers around the right edge. Gets about 5+.
I like that run for a couple reasons, Raj. He stays in bounds, and he fell forward, got that 5 yards. So we're going to give you some score and time updates because we're not sure about how our video is. So it's a 17-14 skipper lead with 5:22 to go, Roger.
So it'll bring up a second down. Minnetonka's got the ball on their own 40-yard line. Each team has 3 timeouts left. Minnetonka's got 2 wide receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Tollefson, long snap count, fake handoff, calls his own number. I don't know how he got by a guy, but he got by a guy. And,
somebody threw a shoe, it looks like, Roger.
Yeah, somebody did. A horse threw a shoe. They say that in the horse racing game. But I got a feeling that was oh, was it? That was I don't even see that.
At the 41.
Well, it's about a big third down play for Minnetonka. It's really important that you don't have to punt here. You got to get the first down. Certainly not 4-down territory to do that because you'd be giving your opponent a chance. But interesting to see what they call here, Peter.
Yeah, just 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go.
Tollefson carries up the middle. Should be a first down. Across
Nice
the
run there.
plane. Yeah, a really important run. And
Ben Tolkinen carrying the load off that right side.
and leading the block on that play was number 63. David Sutton. So it's now a brand new set of downs. Clock now becomes your friend. And I would guess that, oh boy, dropped the ball. Well, lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So little timing snafu there. Ball maybe, I don't feel like it was a short, but Tolleson does drop it, picks it up wisely, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then maybe no, I guess they're going to say no gain. But it'll bring up a 2nd and 10, clock running.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 25 seconds, clock ticking down. Both teams with 3 timeouts. That could be important here late, Roger.
It could, and you kind of need to get your 3 every down here to set up a 3rd and 2 type of situation. So this one is a 2nd and 10. Tollefson up the middle, fighting, gets about 5. Tokinen rather.
It's going to set up. This is going to set up 3rd down.
Well,
3rd
and 5, right?
It sets up 3rd and 5 at the 49.
2 minutes and 48 seconds to go here, Roger. Again, we apologize for the video technical difficulties. People still are able to hear us, and we thank you for hanging with us. Next week when we're at home, Raj, we will have all the amenities that we need, and we'll have a perfect stream for everyone.
Well, we have an internet issue here because we're not hardwired. Here we go. This is probably one of the bigger plays, 3rd and 5. Counter inside, dives ahead for the 1st down. Oh, I don't know. It's a bad mark. This clock is going to stop. They got to have to. It's going to be really. They should measure. Ask for a measurement. Yeah, of course they did. Is he?
Yeah, Ben Tolkinen, who was the carrier on that one, kind of came off gingerly onto the sidelines. They're taking him over to the bench area as we wait for this measurement. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Minnetonka with a 17-14 lead here at Eastview.
Yeah. It's not that windy. You don't got to hold it like that.
Looks like we're getting a fireworks display over on the far side here.
Not even close. Well, that's about where his knee, whatever. So it's going to be a short.
Looks like we might run a hurry-up play and try to get this fourth and inches. I don't know, Raj. What do you think?
That's a gutsy call, Pete. Timeout, Eastview. So, did they have a jumbo package in there?
Timeout. Eastview. First charge, timeout.
So, who was in? Gurley. So, you know what?
Attention, please. There's a set of keys that's been lost in the Eastview student section. Please come and claim it. Eastview's set of keys from the student section.
All right, let's reset here for you. This is a timeout Eastview. There's 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. The Lightning trail the Skippers by the score of 17-14, and Eastview has just burned their first of 3 timeouts. The Eastview players are gathered here towards the near sidelines talking to their coaching staff. Skippers over towards theirs. And, Roger, what do you think of the turnout from the fans from Minnetonka?
Well, you know what? For a game before school started, Minnetonka's got a nice following there. It's a beautiful, I guess early fall evening or late summer evening. I guess Labor Day hasn't come and gone. So now this call, if in fact Minnetonka goes for it, and, it's just like anything else in sports. If you win it, if you get it, and it looks like we're going for it, right? We're going, hey, guys, it's 4th and 1. You got to get it. Biggest play of the game defensively here for the Lightning and maybe for Minnetonka. Maybe they're trying to draw them off sides with a hard snap count. That's what it looks like they're doing. So Minnetonka just tries to drum off with a hard snap count. Minnetonka has to take a timeout. My gut feel guess is they're going to punt.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do whatever you want. That's the beauty of that. You try to get the free first down. You didn't get it there. You burn one of your timeouts that you hope you didn't need anyway, and now you set up the exact same play right over again. So, again, 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Skippers with a 3-point lead here at Eastview, 17-14, and both teams have used one timeout at this point, Roger.
Well, a lot of times coaches will do that. If they don't get the guy to jump, they'll at least see the defense they came out in. And now if they come out in a different set, who knows?
Yeah, really a no-lose situation there to take that chance, burn your timeout, and then regroup and decide what you really want to do here on 4th and inches.
I think you can tell they're not going to punt. Well, and maybe they could hurry up right now. The other guys aren't ready. What are you waiting for? Let's go. We're waiting for the whistle. Big play, fourth and less than a yard. Tollefson keeps it. He should have it. Depending on that official, that sideline official has been hard on him all night long.
They're going to mark him short, Roger.
I think they are going to mark him short.
So silence here at Eastview with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. I believe it is going to be marked short, and it'll be Eastview's ball on downs,
No,
Roger.
I think it's going to be a takeover on downs here.
All right, so Eastview takes over on their own 45-yard line. They are down by 3 with 2 minutes to go. We just need a defensive stand here, Roger.
Well, you gamble, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And in this case, the gamble didn't go through. But there's only 2 minutes left. They got to get a touchdown. Of course, wins at the end here, Pete.
That's right. Minnetonka defensive stand is necessary here, and here it is, first and 10 for the
I think we're going to pick
Lightning.
it off. He's had a bunch of deflections, and he's going to pass again. Short pass. Get it. Oh! I was almost a soothsayer. So for Minnetonka, Brock Bacon had his hands on that ball a little bit and almost came down with what would have been a game-ending kind of interception.
Yeah, skippers, defensive backs, and or linebackers have had their hands on a handful of balls tonight and just haven't been able to bring one in. 2nd and 10 now, 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, good news, they stopped the clock if you're an Eastview Lightning fan, and the bad news is they get no yardage out of it. Looks like clearly a passing down 3 receivers. No, they run. Be a first down. Very close.
Looks like they're going to mark him just short. That's going to set up a 3rd and inches with 1:54 and the clock running here, Roger.
Wow. Well, it got a little more exciting than it should have.
We thank everyone who's hanging with us during these technical difficulties. 3rd and 1 now.
Handoff. Oh, he almost got caught behind by Gurley. But it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, Miller looks like he's not moving after that that run. You never like to see that.
No, that's
the clock is stopped at 1:34. And
I didn't even see the hit. He moving his arm there.
He did put his hand up. It looked like on his own, which is good to see. And now he's going to sit up.
Kind of a weird. Just maybe got his bell rung. Don't know what to think about that. But number 8, Zach Miller, who's been the go-to guy from their backfield spot, will have to sit out of play, and we'll in fact see if he returns. So it's 1st and 10, 1:34 left in the game, inside Minnetonka territory at about the 43-yard line. 3 receivers set to the left. Looking left all the way underthrown. That came out of his hand, Broff. Not even close to anybody. Closest guy was the skipper, who was 5 yards away.
So
yeah,
Miller
number 3, Conan, was the closest guy to it.
Sorry about that, Roger. Miller coming back in, 1:27 to go.
So he's not that out.
He's not out. He's going to be fine. So we're sitting here with 1 minute 27 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 for Eastview. Ball on their 42-yard line, Roger.
Each team has 2 timeouts. This is clearly going to be a pass or a run by the quarterback. There's no backfield. He's looking left. Now he looks right. He's going for the money. Well, it's a completion catch at the 1 yard line.
So first time they've gone on top all night. They hit Barber for a 40-yard connection, and they're marking it. Looks like closer to the 2, I believe. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. So still time left, even if they are able to cash this in, Roger.
Well, talk about a tough turn of events. Heartbreaking, frankly, and it was a well-thrown ball and a great catch, but Eastview making a big charge comeback here. Ishii on the stop for a loss. Bring up second down. Maybe their coach isn't watching the clock.
We're under a minute to go. Yeah, we are
Well,
at
this thing is going to end.
50 seconds to go. 2nd and 2.
This thing could end right. This is going to end on this. Unlikely we're getting the ball back. Now,
I'd
Minnetonka could start thinking about a timeout, but boy, what if you don't want to give them any extra time?
So they're letting the clock tick down. There's down to 30 seconds now. Eastview walking up to the line.
Wow. This is either going to be a heartbreaking win or a heartbreaking penalty, I hope. Oh, really? No, timeout Eastview. Really a strange, how does that get called like that so late?
Timeout. Minnetonka before the play. Second charge, timeout.
To who? Are you sure? Oh, for crying out loud.
So we've got 23.4 seconds to go. Minnetonka with a 3-point lead. Ball sitting. They're still marking it at the 2. It looks closer to maybe the 3 now after that loss.
Well, that's where I had it at. There's only 2 plays left, basically, unless they're incomplete passes.
Yeah, Eastview still with 2 timeouts, so they could conceivably run it, call a timeout, run it, and call another timeout.
That's
so
true.
there could be 3 plays
Yeah,
left.
you're right. Well, that was a dagger of a pass there that caught us a little, I guess, off guard. I don't know.
Yeah, a juggling catch right at the goal line, and we hadn't seen anything like that all night. They connected on it, and hats off to Eastview connecting on that. 17-14 and 23 seconds to go.
Oh, boy. Well, you need a turnover. How about a fumble? So 2nd and goal, 23.4 seconds left in the game. Each team, Eastview's got 2 timeouts. Minnetonka's got 1. Nobody split. Either they're going to roll out or do a bubble. Now they got a guy in motion to the left, and he's kind of alone. It's a pitch. Nope. No gain.
So clock is now stopped with 16 seconds to go, and I believe that'll be a timeout.
I think that's an Eastview timeout. So it's on the 2-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down, right?
That's correct, Roger. They mark him basically for no gain there. Miller with the carry on the left side, and we're down to the last 2 plays of the game.
Well, and yeah, it's this is gut wrenching.
Absolutely. I expected it to be a close game. I didn't know it would come down to the last 2 plays. Minnetonka defense, hats off on these last 2. Ishii with a great stop on that first one, and I think a gang of skippers on the left side stopped Miller on that one. So we'll see what Coach Kerwin draws up here.
Well, and I just can't imagine that they're going to try to run inside. Even though they're at the 2-yard line, I see a sprint out or some kind of a option run here or a pass, and I guess if they score, the game's likely over. Underneath center, he rolls out. He throws for the end zone. Incomplete. Had a guy.
Had a man there. Just got one hand on it. Couldn't bring it in. 10.5 seconds, and here's the final play of the game, Roger.
Right. It is 4th down. I think they will. They're not, are they? Okay. So they haven't sent out the kicking unit.
So the official getting ready to.
Timeout. Eastview. Third and final. Charge timeout.
So one thing we hadn't talked about, Raj, was the ability. They could tie it up. They
Sure.
Could, they
and
could try.
I got to be honest with you. If you ran 3 plays from the 2 and you ended up still at the 2 after 3, why wouldn't you kick, Pete, and go to OT?
Yeah, especially I think at home they normally say you play for the tie and then you go
Hope
into
for
overtime.
right? Now that one tip that the guys in the end zone, he was open enough to catch the ball.
That's right. Ball was just a little high. Couldn't get that second hand up there on it. So yeah, a 3-point lead. Ball 4th and goal at the 2-yard line for Eastview. With the game on the line, Roger, it's a great way to start the season. Of course, Skipper fans want to see a victory as well to top it all off.
We would I win, lose, or draw on this particular play on this particular game. I can't help but go back to the touchdown that wasn't called when he's inside the pylon. You have a much different score here. They would be forced to score to tie. And now they could kick and go into OT. And, no, they're going. Clifford better get off the field. Minnetonka's going to take a timeout.
Minnetonka. Third and final. Charge timeout.
So they want more drama here, Roger.
Well,
they want you to fill some more airtime with some.
The ratings are off the chart right now. The viewers are anxious on their feet, and
we thank you for hanging with us even through these difficulties, Roger. It's been a fun getting back on top of a press box.
Yes, it has, Pete. It's been a little more exciting than I anticipated it would be. At one point, it looked like the game was well in hand, and but. Credit the Lightning for making a charge back and scoring a touchdown on a real long, crazy, not a touchdown, to get into the position. A long pass and then a couple of controversial calls. And
so here we go, 4.3 seconds to go.
well, here's
the
the
squib kick.
They know they're going to probably have to throw the ball around a lot. Go! Go! No, the ball's loose. Game over. Minnetonka comes up on the short end of the stick here. Final score from Lightning Stadium in Apple Valley. Minnetonka 17, Lightning with a miracle comeback 21. Well, we hope you join us next Friday for our home opener, and we'll try to revenge this loss that in many ways will be viewed as a very controversial game on a number of different avenues, from a targeting call to a touchdown call back where the player got on the inside of the cone or the pylon, which has traditionally been called the touchdown, and then maybe a lack of pass interference call at the end of the game here. So, but at the end of the day, it does go down in the books as an L, and I'm sure a very frustrating loss for all the players and the coaching staff. So, on behalf of Cale, and Everett and Peter, this is Roger Lenahan saying good night, drive careful. Final score, Minnetonka 17, Lightning 21. We'll see you next week, guys. Good night.